Makoto and Haijidao stand frozen in front of the holographic screen, staring at the unbelievable data before them. Makoto turns to his subordinate and asks if he now understands the shock he felt just a moment ago about the recruit's background. Haijidao shakes as he reads the text, unable to believe that Lu Sheng is only 21 years old yet has already reached level 11. He loses his composure completely and screams in shock, asking how it is possible for someone so young to have such high power. He thinks back to his own past, remembering that he was around 200 years old when he reached level 11, showing the terrifying gap between him and Lu Sheng. Haijidao thinks about the standards of the 100 Great Star Sectors, noting that reaching level 11 before age 500 is usually seen as a sign of great talent. He realizes that doing this before the age of 100 is incredibly rare, like finding a single grain of sand in the vast universe. Deep in thought, Haijidao touches his chin, struggling to understand the existence of someone like Lu Sheng. Haijidao makes a comparison. He mentions Manhwa Turing, a famous figure known as the most talented being on the battlefield, who has an immortal-level extraordinary physique. He mentions that as the heir of the Turing family, Manhwa holds the highest status in the sectors and reached level 11 at the age of 40. Makoto explains that a prodigy like Manhwa is considered the most promising candidate in history to reach level 15 and become the Lord of the Star System. But a confident smile spreads across Makoto's face as he looks at Haijidao. He remarks that even the legendary Manhwa looks weak compared to the young man right in front of them. Looking at the glowing blue cocoon, Makoto concludes that Lu Sheng has an extraordinary body and immortal-level talent that is even stronger than the galaxy's greatest genius. Haijidao continues to shout in realization, saying that Lu Sheng reached level 11 20 years earlier than the famous prodigy Manhwa, meaning his chance of success is even higher. Makoto holds the glowing cocoon while Haijidao stares at him, the seriousness of this discovery settling between them. A wide, confident grin spreads across Makoto's face. He guesses that the title of #1 genius of the Great Star Sector and the future position of Star System Lord might be about to change owners. He adds with great pride that, even better, this incredible person belongs to their own star sector. However, Haijidao's shock turns to disbelief. He screams at the great governor, asking how it is physically possible for someone to jump from level 11 to level 13 in just 2 months. Makoto looks down calmly and tells Haijidao that it is possible, reminding him not to forget a specific phenomenon. Realization hits Haijidao hard. His face twists into panic as he stammers, asking the great governor if he really means that is happening. Before he can finish his thought, the blue cocoon floating in space begins to vibrate intensely. The energy coming from the vibrating cocoon is so strong that the nearby recruits are blown back by the pressure, screaming as they try to stay standing. Both Haijidao and the massive Makoto look forward with pure shock, stammering as they watch the event happen. Haijidao screams in awe, his eyes wide as he sees countless rivers of laws appearing. He can't believe the huge amount of cosmic laws showing up at once. Makoto looks at Haijidao with excitement, confirming that his subordinate was right. Holding the glowing cocoon, the 8-armed giant laughs, confirming that the person inside is indeed level 11 and has already learned the law of thunder. He imagines Lu Sheng's potential, believing they are about to welcome a genius whose talent is far above the Turing family. A true monster who will shake the heavens. Haijidao watches nervously, swallowing hard as he realizes that the massive number of rivers of laws flowing into the cocoon proves Lu Sheng is truly rising to level 12. Makoto's expression turns serious as he thinks about what this means. He remembers the impossible feat. After learning the law of thunder at only level 11, Lu Sheng successfully killed a level 13 alien beast general. Haijidao smiles nervously. He thinks that while it seems impossible to believe, seeing it happen right before their eyes forces them to accept this incredible reality. Suddenly, the cocoon spins violently, releasing intense energy. Inside the energy shell, Lu Sheng floats in a fetal position, surrounded by crackling lightning. He winces in pain and curses his current condition. He realizes that using his red giant form was already the absolute limit his body could handle in its martial god state. He realizes that the moment he used the power of the law of thunder, that delicate balance broke, causing his body to collapse instantly under the pressure. However, he finds hope, noting that fortunately, he has 330,000 immortal cells to repair the damage. Lu Sheng meditates with his hands pressed together. He knows that his immortal cells saved his life, giving him the chance to build a new body. But as he looks down at his hand, he realizes the process isn't finished yet. Inside him, a complex change is happening. He decides his new form should be called the Supreme Immortal Martial Body, since he cultivated the mystic treasure record. The true Tao inscriptions carved on his bones and flesh have taken effect, making his body much tougher than before. Even with this upgrade, Lu Sheng floats in the starry void, admitting he hasn't fully recovered. He notices he can only maintain a mixed state, half energy body and half physical body. The glow in his eyes sharpens as he finds the problem. The cosmic energy from the Law of Thunder is too big for his current body. Because this huge power has nowhere to go, it pours entirely inside him. Lu Sheng endures a painful cycle where his body is constantly torn apart, destroyed, and healed by the raw energy. Suddenly, amidst the pain, his sharp eyes notice something important. He sees three massive sources of power appearing in the void around him: a spinning purple vortex, a burning golden sun, and a crackling blue sphere of lightning. Lu Sheng recognizes these forces as the Red Giant, the Thunder Giant, and the White Star of the Immortal Tao. He wonders how he can possibly combine these three fighting forces into a single power. With a look of strong determination, he realizes there is only one way forward. He decides that to survive and evolve, he must break his limits right now. Lu Sheng, glowing with ghostly energy, looks at his hands. He realizes that using the Law of Thunder has advanced his path as an immortal martial artist. But he has hit a wall that requires him to break his limits again. He faces the three huge forces looming over him: the purple thunder, the golden fire, and the blue ice, and concludes that the only way to hold these powers is to break the chains of his current level. Making a decisive move, Lu Sheng reaches out and chooses the Immortal Tao to begin the fusion. He violently grabs a streak of blue energy and pushes it directly into his own chest. The reaction is instant. Looking at his hand, which now looks like a starry galaxy, he feels his internal golden core merge with his immortal cells, causing them to multiply at a terrifying speed. Lu Sheng roars as his power surges out of control. His cell count shoots up from 300,000 to 500,000, and finally reaches a staggering 1 million. His eyes glow with a sharp yellow light as he is hit with a sudden understanding, gaining a clear view of how the universe's laws work and evolve. With a confident, wild smile, Lu Sheng looks out at the cosmos, noting that the entire universe now appears clear to him. Lu Sheng turns his attention to the spinning purple vortex of energy, shouting that the next step is to understand the laws and draw their power directly into his body. Raising his glowing hand, he begins to absorb the massive flow of energy. He declares that he is combining the 26 martial arts he got from the spark with the 12 he already had. This creates a terrifying total of 38 rivers of laws flooding into his body all at once. With the laws successfully combining, he looks toward the final and most explosive power source, ready to finish the fusion. He faces a huge sphere of burning golden fire. His mind races with calculations. With the power of 5 million immortal cells boosting the strength of a star, combined with his evolved supreme immortal martial body and the golden glass body, he wonders just how scary his power has become. His eyes glow red as he questions his new limits. He wonders if he can now fully use the Red Giant form without his body breaking. He even guesses he might be able to crush a level 13 expert with one hand, without needing the Law of Thunder at all. The thought fills him with adrenaline. With a wide, excited grin, Lu Sheng dives straight into the golden fire, screaming that this is something he is really looking forward to. His face is covered in energy as he laughs wildly. He decides to try a crazy fusion technique, growing thunder inside the sun and divine power inside the immortal Tao. He activates his spiritual realm of the four images, preparing to unleash 100 weapons martial demonstration. This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.